Yesterday we have chance to understand one point. That point is called as number one. What is the architecture? Our architecture is a 4-tier architecture. First one is desktop. Second one is WebLogic server. Third one is repositories. Fourth one is source and targets. Then we went for the repositories. The repositories are two types. One is master repository, then work repository. And work repository is again two types. One is development work repository, DWR, execution work repository, EWR. And development work repository is recommended for development environment and testing environment. Execution work repository is recommended for production environment. And in work repository, what are the objects are storing? In master repository, what are the objects are storing? We understood. In master repository, whatever activities you are doing in the topology tab and security tab and versioning information, these three informations will be storing in the master repository. Rest of the things, that is designer tab, whatever you are doing, operator tab, whatever you are doing, these things will be storing in the work repository. And we started our journey to create the master repository. In creating master repository, we require one database user is required. So I created the database user with the name of our batch number B107 ODI MR we created. In that one, we loaded how many tables? 67 tables we loaded. 67 tables are corresponding to the master repository. Even I shown one sample also. If I went to the application, I created one new user. Whenever I created a new user B107, that is came back and stored in the 67 tables. One of the table is SNP underscore user table. In that table it is stored that name. That means whatever you are going to do in the application that is coming back end and storing into the master repository. That's what you understand. Today we need to understand how to create the work repository. Right. Creating this work repository also very easiest task. Nothing much story is available here. We can do very easily. We can do it. Okay. How to create this work repository is work repository schema in the database. Open our SQL plus and we need to type /sysdba and we need to press the enter. Then we are creating here one dedicated username I am creating here. In fact, dedicated username is not required. Even you can use whatever yesterday you created, B107 ODI MR you created the username, right? In the same username, you can create all the tables related to the work repository. You can create it. But in my case, for the clarity purpose only, I am taking what's a dedicated schema I taken. Up to you. If you want to take it, you can take it. Or else yesterday whatever you created, same thing you can use it. In my case, I taken separate thing I taken. Okay. Right. Once you created this user, I am observing here no tables are available. Then I am trying to create the work repository. I opened the ODI Studio. Then I am trying to go to the menu. Then click on the connect. Click on the new. I provide the information Oracle Data Integrator connection. Then database connections master repository information. Then I connected with the master repository. Then I am going to the under repository, work repository is available, right click, then new work repository. Whenever I clicked on the new work repository, then I am getting one window. It is asking what is your database name and the driver and what is the schema you want to load it. That schema you need to provide here. Then we need to go for next one that is going to create here your schemas. Then we can see it is going to ask you work repository type is what? It is a development type or it is a execution type. We need to select here from the drop down. Once you selected from this drop down development or execution, then this is the time to go for that is done. And how many tables are available? Total 153 tables are available here. Now, with this I completed creating the work repository. Shall we go and do this step 1 and step 2? Yes. Step 1 is everyone knows it. That is creating the user, so everyone knows it. So step 1, creating the work repository schema in the database. Dilip, I given control to you. Please go to the SQL plus. Then try to provide here slash as sysdba. Semicolon is not required. Just type the slash as sysdba. Enter. Now we want to create a user. So create the user. Create user B107. Then ODI WR. Work repository are creating. That is the reason I given ODI WR. Identified by RRI Tech 123. Identified by RRI Tech 123. Identified by RRI Tech 123. Enter. Then you need to grant the permissions whatever you required. So provide the grant DBA to B107 ODI WR. Enter. Connect to this user. Connect to this user B107 ODI WR work repository you want to connect. Work repository slash RR capital I small 123 @ ORCL, and see any tables are available here or not. Select count star from tab. No rows are available. Now we are going to create some tables using the work repository creation process. Work repository creation process. For that, open the ODI Studio. Everyone knows, like yesterday I kept the ODI Studio shortcut on the desktop. Go to the desktop. On the desktop we have the ODI Studio. ODI Studio shortcut is available. Double click on it. Yes, that is the one. Double click on it. Then it is going to open ODI Studio shortly. Give some time to system. It is opening ODI Studio. Now once it is opened, what you need to do exactly? This is what the step 2, open ODI Studio. Go to the menu bar. There I have the connect option. Then click on new option. Provide the below information. So this is what the information what you need to provide. In fact, yesterday already we did this step. Already we created the connection with the name of your batch number B107, right? It is available here. If you go and see, connect to the repository. Whenever I clicked on this connect to the repository, we are going to get one window shortly. In that window drop down, you can observe. In that window drop down, you can observe your batch number is available or not. B107. If you want to observe what are the properties of this B107, then click on this edit button. Then you can see it B107. Supervisor, and what is the schema it is pointing, sir? Your master repository corresponding schema only it is pointing. Then it is connecting to the master repository. Everything, whatever way screenshot is available here, same way it is there. Yes or no? That means that step already we completed. Click on test, click on OK, click on OK. That is already done. Click on OK. Click on OK. OK. Now what is happening is it is trying to connect to the master repository. ODI is creating a connection to your master repository. Once it is connected, you can see operator tab, designer tab will not be available for this guy. Why? Because you connected with the master repository. Now topology tab and security tab is available. Now in the topology tab we have one section. That section is known as repository section. Under this repository section, do I have any work repositories? Under this master repository, this is what the master repository what we have. Under one master repository, you may have n number of work repositories, but unfortunately, I don't have any work repository. I need to create one work repository. For that, right click on the work repository. Then we can find out new work repository option. There, it is asking the technology. The technology may be anything. It is Oracle or SQL or whatever it is as per your database. You need to select it. And these things automatically came. But you want to create this work repository in the same master repository schema, or you want to use dedicated schema, sir? You want to use in the same master repository schema, or you want to use dedicated schema? If you want dedicated schema, you need to change that username. If you want to use same means, you need to keep as it is. Click on the next. That's how we need to do it. Right. Click on the next option. Successfully connected. Click on the next option, which is available on the bottom. If it is not visible, just adjust the window. This is what the next option. Click on next. So click on S. This is information only, so click on S. Now we need to provide here one name. I will provide the name as your batch number followed by DWR. Provide the name as B107 development. One moment. B107 underscore development underscore DWR. Why I given like that is, if you see here, this is how many types of work repositories are available, sir? Two types. One is called as development work repository. Second is execution work repository. Already people are aware of it. Development work repository is recommended for development environment and testing environment. Execution work repository is recommended for production environment. So I am creating now development work repository. I am creating, that is the reason development work repository DWR. Provide the password as RR capital, I take small 1, 2, 3. Click on finish. Now ODI is creating your work repository. It is creating your work repository means what might be happening in this one, sir? It's trying to create some tables. Now how many tables are came, sir? 37, 59, then like this if we keep on going, what is, sir? 89 tables are came, 153 table, this was the last number. So your work repository is consist of how many tables? 153 tables. Your master repository consists of how many tables? 67 tables. Together how many tables? Together how many tables? 153 plus 67. Huh? 220 tables. Okay. Total 220 tables are available. Combination of master repository plus work repository. Okay. That point is very clear now. If you go and see here, it's saying as, would you like to create a login for the work repository? Yesterday only I created already login. Yesterday you clicked on the plus symbol and you created the login, right? Now we don't want any login. So click on no. Then you can observe here one work repository is created successfully. Now if you want to connect to this work repository, you can connect to this work repository. How to connect it? Let us go to the disconnect this one first. How to disconnect? Go to the ODI menu bar. There I have the disconnect option. Disconnect. Then go to the ODI again go to the ODI, click on connect. Then select your edit option, B107 only, that is, click on edit option. Then by default you are connecting to what, sir? Master repository. But you want to connect to what? Work repository. So select the second radio button, click on search. Work repository may have a number of things, right? That is the reason search. There you can observe what's, sir? Development work repository. This kind of search option is not available for the master repository. Why? Because what, sir? Master repositories only one will be there. Work repositories are several work repositories are available. That's what in our architecture also we saw master repository is only one database object. Here, whereas work repository means several work I given. Right. Click on OK. Click on OK. Then you can see here in the bottom, observe it, creating a connection to your work repository. Carefully observe this area only. Then it is building what, sir? Designer, and it is building what, sir? Operator and topology and security, all the things are available. Why? Because you are connecting to the work repository means indirectly master repository also coming into the picture. Yes or no? That is the reason we have all the things are available now. Designer, but as of now nothing objects are available. Operator also as of now nothing objects are available because we didn't run anything. We are going to create down the line new projects, we are going to create it. We are going to create down the line new models, we are going to create it. How to create those all things you come to understand down the line. Am I clear? Now you learned one point very clearly, how to create the development work repository, DWR. Next point, we completed, these all things we completed. The next is what's the exercise I given here, but that explanation also I given in the bottom. What is the exercise? Please complete 02 ODI 04 reference, Oracle reference, creating master and work repository by using RCU. Okay, please don't drop RCU section. Okay, what I mean to say is, I used to provide one Google Drive to you, right? In the Google Drive, you have a folder 02 ODI. In that one, we have folder Oracle reference. In that one document I kept that is called as RCU.docx. MS Word document I kept over there. Using that MS Word, you can create it. Even the ODI guy is very good guy, sir. If you go and see, here I have some kind of learn and explore is available. This is available in the start page. Under this one, future tutorials are available. Then you can see here one thing is there that is called as what, sir? Creating and connecting to the master and work repository. Whatever document is available, this document I am trying to click on it. Then we are getting here Oracle Data Integrator 12C. Then it is asking you want to begin the tutorial. Click on the begin the tutorial. Then you will get one window. It is trying to connect to that window. ODA 12C repositories. Then you can see here, this one is creating by using manual method or by using RCU method, sir? By using RCU, repository creation utility. Yesterday and today we created the master repository and work repository, but we did it in manual method or using RCU, sir? Manually we created the username, we created the everything. That is a manual process. But this one is using RCU, what are the steps are available, is going to give it. And the documentation is excellent documentation, sir. Okay, if you follow this document, we are going to create everything. Shall we see this one once? Then we'll go for the notes. Right, let us go for the expand all topics. What is the purpose, time to complete, introduction, scenario, something is available, try to read it. Pre-request, hardware requirements. Creating the repository with RCU. What we are doing is, we are going to the FMW home, Oracle common, then bin folder. There I have one thing that is known as what, sir? RCU. Shall we go and see that one? Now my computer, where is our software is installed, sir? C drive, then Oracle, then middleware, then Oracle home, then next what? Oracle common, then bin. Oracle common, then bin is the folder. That's what we need to remember it. If you go to this location, there we have one thing that is known as RCU.bat is available. RCU.bat is available. If you double click on this RCU.bat, then we are going to get one window. This is saying as what, sir? Repository creation utility. RC stands for what? Repository creation utility. It is saying as for proper functionality of RCU, it is recommended to use a display resolution greater than something 800 to 600. Maybe due to my projector, this is disturbed. That is what it is giving this kind of warning. In your machine, you may not be getting this warning. Click on this continue. Okay, then we are going to get one window, repository creation utility. Welcome to the repository creation utility 12.1.2.0 for Oracle Fusion middleware. The repository creation utility enables you to create and drop database schemas that are required for Oracle Fusion middleware provides. This component is not dedicated for ODI, sir. It is for what, sir? Oracle Fusion middleware. That means what, sir? OBAW guy also using same thing. ODI guy also using what, sir? Same thing. SOA guy also using what, sir? Same thing. RC is a common software which can be used by all the people. Fusion middleware whoever is using, all the people are going to use it. Click on the next. Then you can see here what you can do, sir. You can create the repository. Then system load and product load, prepare script, something, drop repository. These are the options are available. You don't select here drop repository in my lab, sir. Why? Because whatever RCU you are creating, that is also pointing to the OBA also. In my missions, OBA is available, ODA is available. If you drop it, the OBA software also damages. That is the reason don't never use this option. Now, go for the create repository, click on the next. Then you can see here what is the database type. I am selecting the Oracle database is my database type. And what is the host name? What is the host name, sir? Local host. Let me provide, it's not case sensitive, but I am providing in the small letters. And port number. One problem is there, see here port is appearing, but port opposite there is no box. Port opposite there is no box. In starting we saw one problem. What is the problem, sir? Your resolution is not clear, it's saying warning, right? That is the problem. What you need to do is now, here in this corner we have this one like this, you need to expand it. You're getting my point, right? Okay, the port is, what is the port, sir? 1521. What is the service name? ORCL. Username is what? User with DBA or sysdba privileges. Example is what, sir? Sys. In my case also I am providing admin user only, I am providing sysdba. Password is what, sir? RRITEC123. And this is what, sir? sysdba. Any questions on this one? Any questions? No. Click on next. Then you can observe here shortly we are going to get one window. It's trying to say initializing the repository. It is going to give one warning. This warning you can ignore it. Ignore. Then it's saying as checking repository for specified database. Operation failed. Click OK to return to the wizard to see the error. What is the error is throwing? The specified database does not meet the minimum requirement to load the metadata repository. RCU global free request check failed. Check requirement for specified database. Okay. Here database version problem is came in my case. Okay. Understand the problem. What is the problem is if I go to the SQL plus, what is the version, sir? It is 11.2.0.1.0. Yesterday when I was telling about the installation of free request, what is the version I suggested for you people? 11.2.0.3 I suggested, or 4 I suggested. That version is not there. That is what it is showing this problem. Okay. However, I will use RCU, somewhat degraded RCU. I will use it, degraded RCU. That means what, sir? This is what version of the RCU? 12.1.2.0 RCU. I'll use some kind of degraded version. I'll show you the process. I'll show you the process. Let me go for degraded version that is available in the E drive somewhere with me. Let us say ODI 12C. There you can have here RCU home. There I have this is somewhat degraded version I am using, sir. That means lower version I am using it. But it is not recommended to use in our reality. Lower version is not recommended to use it. Okay. But here I am using it because I cannot upgrade the database now itself, right? So I am using to show the process. Anyhow, reality, we are not going to create the master repository and work repository using the tool, sir. We are going to do using manual method, whatever I did, whatever way I did it. Okay. So it's saying as continue. Let us continue it. This is what I am using it. It is what is the version, sir? 11G. Previously, what is the version? 12C I used it. 12C RCU I used. Now I am using 11G RCU. 11G RCU is compatible with the 11G database and whatever version I am telling. Now click on the next. Same screen we are seeing creating. Then what, sir? Here you need to provide localhost. Then port number is 1521. Service name is ORCL. Username is sysdba. Password is RR capital ITEX small 123. This is sysdba. Click on next. Now it's trying to check the initializing repository configuration metadata, and all the things are now passed. All the things are now passed. Checking requirement for what, sir? Specified database. This is pass here. Previously it was what, sir? Failed. Okay. Now click on the OK. Now see here carefully. Already in my case, dev is available. Dev 1 also available. That's the reason it is going for what, sir? Dev 2 it is going. I mean, I ran the RCU multiple times for in different batches. Now, here what are the things you can create it? If you see, you are a OBIWE guy. You are a OBIWE guy. You may be going for what, sir? Oracle Business Intelligence platform means you are going to select like this. If you are a ODI guy, then what you are going to select, sir? If you are a ODI guy, then what you are going to select? You are going to select ODI corresponding thing. That is what, sir? Oracle Data Integrator. What you are trying to create? Master and work repository are trying to create it. Suppose you are belongs to SUA guy. You are belongs to SUA guy. Then what you are going to select, sir? SUA and BPM infrastructure. That means this RCU is not the property of ODI or not the property of OVAW or not the property of anything. Whoever is using the fusion middleware components, these all things are called as fusion middleware components. WebLogic server is fusion middleware component, SUI is fusion middleware component, and Oracle Social Network is fusion middleware component, OBA is fusion middleware, ODI, identity management, these all things are fusion middleware components. In that one, if you want to use Oracle Data Integrator, creating the master and work repository, you can select it. It is also creating one schema. What is the schema it is creating, sir? Dev2 ODI rep. This is what the step one what you are doing, right? You are creating manually one schema in the database. This time what is happening, sir? This RC tool is creating the things required. Now click on the next. Whenever you click on the next, what is saying, sir? Master and work repository. Then what is the password? What is the password you want to provide? This password is for what? It is creating a schema. The schema password and confirm password is required or not, sir? That one we are providing it. I am providing this user dev2 ODA underscore repo. Password is what, sir? RR capital, I text small 123. Sorry. RR capital, I text small 123. RR capital, I text small 123. This user is now available in the database or not available, sir? Now available or not available? Now. It is not executed as of now. As of now, it is not executed. If you go and see now, connect dev, what is the name? Dev2 underscore ODI underscore, what's that? Repo slash RR capital I small 123 at the rate of ORCL. We have that one, invalid username and password. The user is not available. It is going to create that user. Now, let me go for, click on the next, then that is done. It is saying as what, sir, you can create what, sir, master repository, the corresponding ID is 001. And supervisor password, what is that one you need to provide here? Supervisor password I am providing as supervisor only. And confirm supervisor password also I am providing as what, sir? Supervisor only. Then work repository type is you want to create the development or execution. By default is what, sir? By default is development is what it is going to create. If you want exclusively execution means what, sir? Simply you need to type here, you need to type. You type what is the meaning? Execution it is going to create it. You are not specifying anything. You are not specifying anything means what will happen, sir? Development it is going to create it. Next one, work repository corresponding ID is, this is what the ID. And work repository name is whatever name you want, you can provide it. But by default name is what, sir? By default name is what? Work rep is the by default name what is going to happen. And work repository password, yes, you need to provide, this is mandatory. You need to provide any one value, you need to provide it. So in this one, we are providing only two passwords we are providing. One is what, sir? Supervisor password, then work repository password. Remaining all things are by default we are leaving it. Then click on the next. Then click on the next, then click on the OK, then you can observe here. Click on the OK, then it is dev2 underscore ODI, it is created, click on the create. So it's trying to, what is problem? User or role does not exist. Some reason it is not able to create it. Let me try one more time, sir. Sorry. What we are providing here? Localhost. That is the reason we should not believe the tools. We should believe our own knowledge. Okay. While we are creating the master point or work repository, our own if we create, we know where is the problem. But the tool means it is going to do some sequence of steps. We are not that much of aware. Let me give this one something else, dev5. It may be conflicting with the any existing profiles or what. That is the reason I am giving dev5 I am giving. Then go for your Oracle data, integrator, then next. Okay.
Sir, you created one master repository already, right? Using manual method.
Yes, I created, but that name is different, this name is different, right?
So we can create two master repositories.
Yeah, we can create a number of things we can create because it is a different schemas basically. That one I created in the B107 ODI MR I created. This one I am creating the schema called as dev5 underscore ODI underscore rep I am creating it.
Okay.
Okay, but normally we don't want multiple master repositories. I am showing here, one is manually how to create, I shown it. Second is I am showing here using RCU how to create it, I am showing it. But reality we are going to use any one method. Most of the times preferred method is manual method is the preferred method. Right. Supervisor password. Now click on the next, then next. I think this time it is creating. Previously what is the problem, sir? That dev2 whatever it is taking by default, with that user maybe something files may be available. Okay, because of that one, it is not able to override those things. It is doing some kind of error. Now I changed only the prefix dev5. Dev5 is the prefix what I changed. There is a separate username. Now, if really everything is correct, then what should be happening here is, if I go and if I try to dev5, enter, it is what, sir? It's connected. And if you go and see the records in this table, how many tables are there? 64 tables are there. Then still execute it. Here tables will be increasing soon. Even I use the RCU corresponding to what version, sir? 11G version I used it, right? The 64 tables are corresponding to master repository of the 11G. To 11G to 12C, 3 tables are increased. That is the reason in 12C we are seeing 67 tables, we are seeing it. Okay, in 11G how many tables have the master repository? 64 tables only available. Still is doing the process. Yeah, now what happened, sir? 85 rows are kept. That is work repository creation is started now. Now what happened, sir? 183 tables are kept. So in work repository counts also changes are came. Total work repository and master repository together, what is that, sir? 220 tables are there. But here together also what, sir? 183 tables also only available. So this is the way how you can create the master repository and work repository using what? RCU. Am I clear this process? Right. So if you want to follow this document also, you can straight away you can follow this document. You ran like this wizard, then creating this one, and we provided all the required information. Then these all things are testing is passed. By default is going to take the name is what, sir? Dev is going to take it. Dev is the one what it is going to take it. Then we need to go for next one. These all things is going to do it. Finally, we are getting a work repository. These all things are providing it. Then this what is going to create it. Finally, we have this what the things. Am I clear? Okay, we are observing that one. Then if you want to drop the repositories, you can drop the repository also. But don't run the drop repository option. That's what I exclusively said. Don't run the drop repository. Thereafter, if you want to create the new connection, you can create and you can observe the tables. What are the tables are available, you can observe. If you want to map that one to the here, you can map that one. Dev underscore ODI underscore repository. These all things are providing here, and we can connect to the. We can connect towards our ODI. Shall we do this one? Yes. How to connect it? Let us say I am going to the ODI now. Let me go for ODI disconnect. Yes, sir. Try to connect it. ODI. Then connect. Then create one new connection. Create one new connection. B107 underscore RCU. We used RCU and created the master repository and work repository side. So give the name as RCU. Username is supervisor. Password also supervisor. Capital letters, not the small letters. All are capital. Username also capital. Supervisor. Then username is, what is the master repository username, sir? dev5 underscore ODI underscore repo. That is what the name, right? dev5 ODI underscore repo RRITech123 at the rate of overshell. Please try to provide the same thing. dev5 underscore ODI underscore repo. Then password is RR capital letter small 123. Drivers list is Oracle. From drop down select the Oracle. Then click on the URL. Okay. Provide those things. Localhost. Then port number you need to provide. Then SID you need to provide. ORCL. You want to contact the master repository or work repository, sir? Both you created. Whatever you want, you can contact it. So select the work repository. Click on this search. What could not connect to the repository? Something is wrong. dev5 ODI repo. dev5 ODI underscore repo. Maybe the password is wrong. RR capital, ITC small 123. What is the thing you're saying? Okay. This also problem, sir. What it is saying? Master repository version mismatch. You created using 11G RC tool you created, right? That is, you cannot use the 12C. Same thing you can configure in the 11G. What is the big deal? Can you configure? Yes. I am going to the 11G tool. I am going and I will try to do that one. Cancel this one. Close this one. Go to the 11G tool. Yes, the 11G studio is available. Go to that one. Yeah, that is the one. Bottom. Just bottom. This is the one. Double click. We created RCU using the 11G RCU created. That is the reason we are not able to communicate with the 12C tool. So we are going with the 11G. Now, once you saw 12C how to work, right? How to create the master and how to create the work repository. In 11G, without taking any inputs from me, you can do it, sir. See, he's trying to go directly connect and he want to create one login, so he's creating the login also. He knows what to do it now. Provide B107 underscore RCU. Yes, provide the supervisor and password. Supervisor, right? It is. This is not the master repository. It is Oracle Data Integration connection password. Connection password and user is what, sir? Supervisor. Password also supervisor. And database connection username we need to provide. Dev5 underscore ODI underscore repo. RR capital, ITEX small 1, 2, 3. Then we need to select here from the drop down Oracle JDBC driver. Then okay. Then select here localhost. Localhost. Then port number we need to select as 1521. Then SID you need to select as ORCL. Then we want to go with the work repository. Click on browse. Browse. Yes. Then if you click on this browse here, previously it was thrown error, right? Now what happens, sir? It is showing the whatever work repositories are. By default name is work rep only. Click on OK. Click on OK. Click on OK. Now click on OK. It is successfully connecting. It successfully is connecting. If you go to the topology tab, if you go to the repositories tab, what is available here, sir? Work repository is available. So whatever you did the master repository and work repository manually, same thing I can achieve using RCU. But versions you need to be very careful. Whenever you are running against to the ODI11G corresponding RCU, ODI toolc means ODI toolc corresponding RCU only need to select it. Am I clear that one? Right. Okay. Now let us move on to the next one. I think this part is done. Creating master and work repository using RCU. Download the RCU software and extract it. Or you can use we can go to the Oracle common location. In the bin location we have the RCU setup is available. You can take from there. Navigate to the location. This is what the location. Double click on rcu.bat file. Click on run. In welcome screen click on next. Select create, like this we are trying to create it. Then we need to provide these all things we need to provide. Select Oracle Data Integrator. This is what the things. Click on next, click on OK. That's how we are creating the master and work repository. We are providing these all things. That's it. We completed creating master and work repositories. Master and work repositories. Now, next one is available that is called as configuring RRA Tech database. Configuring RRA Tech database. So normally I won't use the regular tables like EMP tables, DAP tables. As I said earlier, I have my own data is available. I have my own data is available, which is even I am using common data for the Informatica as well as for ODI. That is the reason that is available in the Informatica lab copy somewhere, lab data. Here I have the source.sql and target.sql. In the source.sql, I have some files are available. If you go and see the edit, then I have some tables. One table is called as customer and I have some data here. And if you go and see here, I have employee and here also I have some data is available. Then go for vendor, here also I have some data is available. Then go for product, here also some data is available. These all tables are going to act as a down the line source. And we have here target.sql. If you go and edit this one, here also we have target corresponding some tables are available. So these all tables I will be using as a down the line as a source. These all tables I am going to use down the line as a target. If I need to use like that means first I need to create this one as a source schema and target schema or not. Yes, that's what I am trying to set up here. RRA Tech database, configuring source database, creating source tables into the SCART schema. Directly I am using the SCART schema to create it. In fact, your previous batch people already they did it, right? Already they did it. That is the reason you need not do this one. You can skip it. You can skip it. Now step 2 is available here. That's called as configuring RRA Tech target database. This is. Then go for the open SQL Plus and try to create it. In my case, I am trying to create your batch number corresponding target database user. I want to create it. Why? Because even though previous batch people created, that might be loaded with the data also. That might be loaded with what, sir? Data also. That is the reason I don't want to use previous batch people TDBU. I want to create one separate TDBU for you people. That is very simple. You are creating one user with your batch number. Then we are trying to execute this, whatever file is available, that file we are going to execute it. Try to continue this one, sir. Open SQL Plus. SQL Plus. Then //shdba. //shdba. Enter. Create user. Your batch number is B107 TDBU. TDBU stands for, give no underscores, direct name. TDBU stands for target database user. Identified by RRA tech 123. Enter. Grant the DBA. Then connect to this user. Connect to this user. Then here, as of now, if you go and see, no tables will be available. Why? Because just now we created this one, we won't have any tables. But I want to create tables from where, sir? From this file I want to create it. Then I am trying to drag and drop this file onto this SQL file. I am trying to drag and drop, and also I am putting what, sir? @ symbol I am putting. Then if I execute this one, what will happen? The statements whatever available in the SQL file will be executing one by one. The statements which are available in the SQL file will be executing one by one. Let us do it. It is executed, some tables created. Now if I go and execute select star from tab, how many tables are there? 22 tables are created. These 22 tables are going to load with data end of our ODI course. You are getting my point? Now, with this I completed configuring the source database as well as target database. Next is available configuring what, sir? Configuring or creating the topology. This one will try to cover on Monday class. Tomorrow I am taking long class for other people. That is the reason tomorrow and day after tomorrow you can take all day. Meanwhile, these 2 days try to set up your ODI system. ODI 11G as well as what, sir? ODI 12C, both the things you need to install and you need to be ready with that one. We are going to cover, both the versions are going to cover clearly. Am I clear? Thank you.
So we need to have 12C database, right?
12C database available, but I recommended you to use 11.2.0.3, right?
Yeah, okay, 1.2.0.